यदि मंजिल ना मिल रही हो तो रास्ते बदलो मंजिल नहीं, क्योंकि वृक्ष अपनी पत्तियां बदलते हैं, जड़ें नहीं। नमस्कार, वेलकम टू नेक्स्ट आईएएस। आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल। इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू कवर मेजर स्पीशीज जो कि अभी रिसेंटली न्यूज में थी एंड दे आर ऑल्सो रेलेवेंट फॉर यूपीएससी। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम, लेट्स स्टार्ट टुडेज डिस्कशन विद सी ककम्बर्स। एंड ये न्यूज में अभी इसलिए है क्योंकि रिसेंटली इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड ने अरेस्ट किया है कुछ लोगों को फॉर स्मगलिंग सी ककम्बर्स एंड टर्मरिक। Sea cucumbers are marine animals and are part of a larger animal group which is called echinoderms, and this group also contains starfish and sea urchins. Sea cucumbers are found in all marine environments throughout the world, from shallow to deep sea environments. They are benthic, which means they are found on seafloor. Their larvae are planktonic, which means they float in the ocean with the currents. Sea cucumbers are scavengers that feed on small food items, and they are crucial to the marine ecosystem as they consume decomposing organic matter and convert it into the recyclable nutrients for other marine life. And as you can see here, इनकी जो body shape है वो कुछ कुछ खीरे के जैसी दिखती है, and they have been used as a food source and medicinal ingredient in the Asian and Middle Eastern countries for centuries. They are overfished and some are threatened with extinction in the wild. And do you know, friends, in India, approximately 200 sea cucumber species are found, and all of which are protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 against collection, trade, or any form of utilization. And 2 species of sea cucumber found in Indian waters are also listed in Appendix 2 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora since 2020, and these species include Holothuria, Fuscogilva, and H. nobilis. Now let's know about dancing frog. And it is in the news because according to Wildlife Trust of India, dancing frogs are the most threatened amphibian genus of India. Its scientific name is Microxylus cotigerensis, and it is commonly called the Cotigeher dancing frog. It is endemic to Western Ghats, and it is found near the streams and prefer habitats in areas with thick canopy cover of at least 70 to 80%. They do a unique display to mate, जिसमें ये अपने पिछले पैरों को फैलाते हैं और अपने पैर की उंगलियों को हिलाते हैं, and they do it to attract mates as well as ward off competition. This act is called food flagging and give the species their name. They are threatened by anthropogenic factors like land use change, pollution, by invasive species like mosquito fish, and infrastructure projects such as dams. And do you know, friends, globally, more than 41% of the amphibian species are threatened with extinction, and in India, 139 of the total 426 species were categorized as critically endangered or vulnerable in IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. And of the 24 species of the frogs belonging to the Microxylus genus that were assessed, 2 were found to be critically endangered and 15 were endangered. Now, what steps should be taken for their protection? So friends, frogs are valuable in food chain and they also provide other ecological service. Therefore, protecting the natural habitats and preserving their optimal living conditions is vital to save the species. Now, let's know about Antarctic krill, which is at risk due to declining sea ice. And do you know, friends, krill is a general term which is used to describe about 86 species of crustaceans found in open oceans, and they belong to the group of crustaceans called euphausids. Now let's know more about Antarctic krill. So friends, its scientific name is Euphausia superba, and it is one of the 5 species of krill that lives in the Southern Ocean. They are bioluminescent meaning they produce light. It feeds on phytoplankton, which absorb carbon dioxide, and it is a key species supporting populations of penguins, seals, whales, and other marine life. It is found in open ocean areas as well as coastal locations, and it lives exclusively in the Southern Ocean and have very wide distribution over a range of habitats, and they are victims of combined effects of ocean warming, loss of sea ice, and they further threatened by ocean acidification and increasing interest in the krill fishery. IUCN Red List of Threatened Species classifies them as least concern species, and krill fishery has been regulated by the Convention on the Conservation of Antarctic Marine Living Resources since 1980s. Our next is related to Hydrilla, and it is in the news because for the first time it has been found in Michigan, which is in US. It is also called water thyme, and it is a submerged perennial herb. ये एक invasive aquatic plant है which is known for its rapid growth and harmful effects on ecosystems. It can thrive in both low and high quality waters and has been found in lakes, rivers, reservoirs, wetlands, ponds, and streams. It is native to parts of Asia, Africa, and Australia, and it can be treated with herbicide, but it is difficult to eradicate because tubers and turions can persist in sediment for years, and it can reproduce from even small fragments. As you can see here, this is the image of Hydrilla. Now in the last, let's know about paintbrush swift butterfly, and it is in the news because recently paintbrush swift butterfly has been photographed and documented for the first time in Himachal Pradesh. And do you know, friends, Himachal Pradesh supports around 430 butterfly species, or about 25% of the total number of butterfly species found in India. Now let's know more about paintbrush swift butterfly. Its scientific name is Bauris fairy, and it is related to Hesperidae family. It is rare in the western Himalayas. It was first described by lepidopterist Frederick more than 145 years ago from eastern Himalayas, and it is common in northeast, central, and south India and rare in Uttarakhand. Its larvae feed on bamboo and some other grass species, and it is being threatened due to habitat loss and scarcity of larval host plants. And other threats include increase in pesticide use, deforestation, and climate change. Now, what's the solution? There is a need to establish butterfly parks and conservation reserves, and butterfly rearing or breeding centers should also be established. And there is a need to create awareness on the importance of butterflies. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.